What's up, guys? Ken here from Seattle. Thanks for joining again. All right, so I know that so many of you, including myself, feel like it's a better idea to buy a used boat rather than buy a brand new one because brand new boats these days are just so expensive. Well, here we go. The 2026 Washington Sportsman Show actually had a few used boats for sale. So let's take these boats, compare them side by side with the brand new ones, and let's see if it's a better idea to buy a used one, or maybe you want to pay a little more for the new one. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, let's get started. Grab your favorite beverage and put your feet up. Put the remote down and hit subscribe for me, please. I'll be much appreciated. The channel is growing, which is exciting, but we got a long ways to go. Hit the bell so you don't miss the future videos. Share it with your friend. Hit the like. All right, let's go. First up, we are going to look at a Clamoth. What you need to know about Clamoth boats is these are kind of like, they're basically like Alaskan style boats or ocean fishing boats. If you take a look at the hull of this boat, you can see the front part of the boat, it curves upwards at a pretty good angle. So when you're driving this boat, the bow of that boat sits up pretty high. So if you're in rough, choppy water, you're really not at high risk of water coming over the bow of that boat. So this is a great, small but great boat for the bigger water. But there's a trade-off. By doing that, the windshield has to come farther back on the boat. So the space at the back of the boat is not a lot. This is a two-man fishing boat. All right, let me stop real quick right here. You have, when you buy a used boat, hopefully you get some extra features, including in the price. That's kind of your benefit of getting a used boat. We got 115 horsepower Suzuki, but that's kind of comes with the boat. The only really extra thing you're getting with this boat right here is it comes with the Garmin GPS. That's something you don't get with the new boat, but that's basically the only feature that you're going to get here for this used boat. $35,000. Okay. Single axle trailer, basic trailer. It's got all your basics though. Downrigger mounts, railing. See this here? You got just enough space in the back of the boat here to fish two people. And you would have to take that chair out because, I mean, you can't fish with that chair right there. So here's your Suzuki 115. Decent motor for a lightweight 19-foot boat. Kicker motor bracket. Doesn't come with the kicker motor. And we'll circle around here and take a peek in the front, but it's very bare bones up here. Just two seats, nothing on the dash, but basically a fuel gauge. And you have little Garmin GPS right there too. So, and that curtain just covers those two front seats. So this is a two-man fishing boat, even though it's a 19-foot boat. So let's compare it. The boat that compares to it is not another 19-foot boat or even an 18-foot boat, but this is the boat that really compares to that boat. Smokercraft, same price, 16-footer. But really, you actually probably have more space for people and fishing in this boat than you do even with the one we just saw. But the benefit of that Clamoth is that it's a great ocean fishing boat. This one isn't so bad. It's a pretty deep V boat and has, you know, pretty high sides on it. So I would feel okay about taking this out onto the Puget Sound. But if you're an ocean fisherman, that other boat is probably your best bet. But here, all brand new and shiny with a nice new 60 horse instead of that 115. So not nearly as much power, but it's brand new. And if you take care of it, it's going to last. Okay. Now, look at this. The back of the boat here. Same. I'm almost looking at the same boat. You got the two front seats. The canvas is going to come down and cover only those two front seats. Now you got these two back seats in here. If you turn those to the side and put them up against the front seat, now you can comfortably fit four people and you'll have space enough in the back to fish two people, and you can fish another guy from the bow. And obviously you can fish another guy from the bow on that Clamoth boat too. So you are not going to get the GPS navigation on this boat, obviously. You don't get that extra stuff with the brand new boat. I don't see any downrigger mounts, so you'll have to add those too. So guys, I'm on the fence here. I like both the boats. I like that Clamoth because it's a good ocean fishing boat, and I'd like to be able to do that. I want to go get salmon, halibut, throw some crab pots down. But if I'm not an ocean fishing guy, if I'm more of a freshwater guy, that boat, I would say. So it's kind of a tie. All right, moving on. A 20-foot Duckworth used, $65,000. Okay. This thing looks like it's brand spanking new. Okay, with this boat, you're gonna get a sweet Yamaha 200 horsepower motor on it instead of your typical 150, coming with a matching 9.9 kicker comes with it at this price, and a hard top, which you don't get at this price, and a Garmin GPS. So you're getting, you know, a serious bonus to buy this used boat right here. You couldn't get this as a bare bones boat with no hard top for this price. You might get this price if it was just a bare bones, no kicker, no hard top for this price. So you're getting, I think this is a really good deal on this boat for sure. If I'm in the market for this type of boat right now and I'm ready to buy, I'm putting this list on my top 3 list right now for sure. Okay. And it comes with rod holders. And a lot of times they just don't, but this one does. Downrigger mount, heavy duty swim step, not the cheapos. Sweet 200 Yamaha instead of the 150, matching 9.9 kicker motor. This is a good deal, man. This is as good as you're gonna get. This boat is basically brand new. I love this boat. You got your wakeboard bar here. Do some wakeboarding, some skiing. Okay, fish box, cutting board, washdown hose. This boat is basically ready to go. Nice. I mean, it's a hard top with the canvas back, and it's got that canvas sunroof area above the front. So it's not a full hard top, but still hard top, hard sides. You'll have built-in lighting. You'll be better protected from the weather on those cold days. Fully loaded dash. And these seats, they look brand new and nice. Your dash loaded with all your switches and all your gauges, everything. Garmin coming with it. So comfortably seats 4 people, even 6 people inside, and definitely can fish 4 people off the back. 6 if might be a tight fit, but you can do it if you want. So loving this boat. For this price, you get a lot for your money here. Like I said, when you buy a used boat, sometimes you get a lot of extra features included in the price, and you definitely do with that one. Okay, now we have a boat that's just like it, a used Northwestern. So let's put these two side by side and see which one wins, and then we'll compare the winner with the brand new one, a couple brand new ones. So this thing's $5,000 more. Okay, are you getting more for your $5,000? It's actually an older boat, same size. This one has the 150 VMAX motor instead of that 200. I love that 200 though. You get a 9.9 Suzuki kicker motor with it. You do get a Garmin GPS with it. And an electric trolling motor at the front of the boat. So there you go. You get some extra features, you know, just like that Duckworth we just saw included in the price here. But this one's $5,000 more. And I don't see that you're getting more. So a nice new looking electric trolling motor for your freshwater fishing. Same trailer, same size boat. Downrigger mount's just the same. Extended transom's the same. I don't know how you like that 150 VMAX motor here compared to that Yamaha 200, but I'm loving that Yamaha 200 with the matching 9.9 kicker on that Duckworth we saw. I'm really liking that. Again, wakeboard bar. Do a little wakeboarding, skiing if you want. Nice fish box cutting board. You know, from what I'm seeing right here, same boat. I don't see any rod holders though, but that's an easy fix. Nice fish box, washdown hose. Very similar boat. Again, seating is kind of the same. These don't look quite as brand new and fresh as the Duckworth. I mean, slightly used, but not a big deal. Spring-loaded seats for the driver and passenger. I like this little tray right here. That's a nice feature. Throw your personal items up there. That's sweet. And when I look at the dash here, I feel like I'm looking at almost the same boat again. Loaded with all your gauges and switches you need for everything. Garmin GPS here. But, guys, the winner for me is going to be that Duckworth. Okay? It's newer. It's beautiful. I can't tell that it's used at all. It's got the hard top. That's a nice bonus. It's got the canvas top above the windshield, so kind of like a canvas skylight. But still better than a basic canvas top. You're going to have lighting in there, so you'll have some lighting, and you'll be able to protected from the weather too. And I like the motor and the kicker motor both better. And it's $5,000 cheaper. So there you go. Duckworth wins. All right. Now let's put it up against a Fishrite here. This Fishrite's only $50,000 brand new, but that's going to be for your very basic bare bones price. Nothing. Okay. If you wanted to have, we'll look at the price tag in a minute, but if you wanted to have all the features that you see here, including that trolling motor and a few more features in the back, if you want it loaded with all this stuff, look at the bottom of the tag here. Okay. 69,000, not 50,000. So is, you know, got a nice kicker motor back here, but if you want that and the other features that you see, it ain't 50,000, it's 69. So right off the bat, the Duckworth we saw there still wins. It still holds the first place spot, right? No extended transom, no fish box or cutting board back here. Okay, so you're not gonna have quite as much space inside the boat. Still decent. Look at these pedestal seats. Okay, that's an extra feature that you never see in aluminum boats, these pedestal seats at the back here. But you can't fish with those there. I mean, those have to come out anyway, so those would be out most of the time. The only time I would have those in is if I was going to take some friends or family out and we were not going to fish. We were just going to go out and go cruising or go out on the lake to go swimming or whatever. And, you know, basic seating, not spring-loaded seats. Dash, very basic. I mean, what do you got? A fuel gauge and some other basic gauges. It shows that it has a Garmin, but again, you ain't getting that unless you pay the $69,000. So if you get it fully loaded here at $69,000, it still doesn't beat that Duckworth. So no, Duckworth wins at $65,000. Now Alumaweld Striker here, $65,644 for this baby. And that's going to be with the basic features that you see here. Okay. But that's the basic features. That doesn't mean that you get the kicker motor with it. That's just the basic features like the downrigger mount, the rod holder, the windshield wipers, the basic stuff. So you're paying, $600-700 more here for this boat. You can get it for $55,899 as you see here on the left, but that would be with absolutely nothing. Okay. No handrails, no downrigger mounts, no nothing. Not even those bench seats behind the front seats. I don't even think you get those if you get that bare bones base price. So we're at $65,644, and the motor is a 115. Much smaller. The Duckworth had a 200. So the Duckworth is still the clear winner. Basic, cheaper canvas top here. That's one of the cheap ones. The railing for the canvas top is cheap. No extended transom, no fish box. I mean, come on, Alumaweld. I think Alumaweld is the loser of the video so far. I think for what they're giving you, they're charging you more than most other boats that I see. I think Alumaweld is a bit overpriced. $72,000 here for a Hughes Craft. Same boat, 20-footer. Brand new. Folding tongue on the trailer. Help you fit it in your garage. Dual axle trailer. Okay, same trailer, same boat, same everything so far. Downrigger mounts. Fish box up there, extended transom, that's nice. Again, brand new Yamaha Showmax 150. Still like that 200 horse Yamaha. Same thing here again, fish box with your wakeboard bar. A lot of space in this boat. This boat has quite a bit of space in back. It feels a little bit bigger back there, more elbow room, more room for 4 guys to fish. That's nice, but not a huge difference there. Does have all your basics. I mean, still a really nice boat, but it doesn't, I don't think it beats it though. It's more expensive, and the other one was, I think, nicer with more features. So our used Duckworth is still stealing the show. And now a Weldcraft 20-footer, $73,000. Somebody tell me why I'm paying $73,000 for this boat. Dual axle trailer. Okay. Same motor again. They all have this same motor, that Yamaha 150 VMAX. You're not going to get the kicker motor. I mean, it's got all the basic features, same as every other boat. We're looking at the exact same boat again, but it's the most expensive boat, and I don't know why. A basic canvas top, not a hard top, the same basic seating inside. I mean, it's a nice boat, don't get me wrong, but why is it $73,000? Other boats that are just like it, that I can't tell the difference, are cheaper. And anyway, so let's review real quick. What did we learn today? We learned a couple cool things, actually. We learned about this Clamoth boats are really affordable ocean fishing boats. These boats can handle going on rough water and going into the ocean more than any other aluminum boats that we've seen, and they're cheaper, you know, and easy to trailer around, take it anywhere. So for you ocean fishermen, which I do a little bit of myself, it's good to know about Clamoth boats, because these are affordable, easy to trailer around, boats that can handle rough water. So I like that. I learned something new. You learned something new. Clamoth boats, great rough water boats. So I like that. But you also learned that that type of boat, they got to push the windshield further back, so it really can only fish 2 people. So it's a trade-off. And I also learned that I found a smoker craft that I actually really like. Usually when I see smoker craft boats, I'm not a huge smoker craft guy, but I'm liking this one. For $35,000, it can comfortably seat 4, comfortably fish 2 people, and a 3rd person off the front. So, and it's a pretty deep V boat, got pretty high sides. I don't need to stick with lakes. I'd feel okay about taking this out onto the bigger water like the Puget Sound too. So for $35,000, I like this boat. I really like this boat. You know, it depends on your budget, but I like both the Clamoth and both this boat. It's kind of personal preference. What kind of fisherman are you, you know? This one might be great for you guys who are mostly freshwater fishermen, but if you're a bigger water fisherman, you might really like that Clamoth boat. It might be a better boat for you. So 2 great options, both of them, same price. So I like both of those boats. And the other takeaway from the video we got here is that, man, if you're patient and you wait for that used boat, the right one to come along, you can get something like this Duckworth that is the same price as a basic bare bones 20-foot aluminum boat. Okay. But with this one, man, I think this is a great find. I think this is a great boat for somebody. If you're in the market and ready to buy, hardtop, you don't get that for this price, right? Solid dual axle trailer, heavy duty swim step, everything. Comes with rod holders even on the bow. This sweet upgraded motor from a 150 to a 200 with matching kicker motor 9.9 all comes with the price. It's probably, I'm sure it's sold now, but you know, more good used boats will come onto the market. Wakeboard bar, everything. Fish box, cutting board, washdown hose. I mean, you're ready to go. Enough space in back for 4 people. Inside, nice brand new looking seats, comfortable looking seats. You know, I'm liking it. Comes with a porta potty, which I don't really care because I think porta potties are stupid. I don't want to take a porta potty out and go wash all the poo out of it. That's kind of ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Loaded dash, everything, Garmin Fish Finder. All right, guys, did you have fun? Was that a fun video? That was a fun video. So don't forget to subscribe, because there's going to be plenty more videos like this. We're going to compare the newer boats for 2026 side by side and see which one's giving you the most bang for your buck. We got tons of sweet fishing boats to check out. Subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss the future videos. Hit the like, tell your friends. See you on the next one.